Hello everyone and welcome to episode 14 on how to make Five Nights at Freddy's 2 inside of Scratch. In today's episode we're going to be creating Foxy's AI. Okay, so starting off with, we are going to create a brand new sprite, calling it Foxy AI, and it's going to have no costume. So inside we want a when I receive, start game. We also want a new variable, so go to make a variable calling it Foxy status for all sprites, and then we set Foxy status to 0. Now forever, we wait until we need an AND block. So now we need a new variable called Foxy locked for this sprite only. And we need to grab an equal sign and set Foxy locked to 0. Or if Foxy locked is 0, and then we need a greater than sign. And the right we need to pick random 5 to 10, and also a new variable called Foxy counter for this sprite only. And so Foxy counter is greater than pick random 5 to 10. Then after that, we need to set Foxy counter to 0. Make a new variable called Foxy random for this sprite only. We set Foxy random to pick random 1 to 20. And then we need an if else, an or block, and on the left we need another greater than sign with Foxy AI in the left, and also Foxy random in the right. And on the right side of the or we need an AND block and equal. So if Foxy AI is equal to Foxy random and Foxy locked equals 0, and then we also where's that Foxy locked? There it is. So Foxy locked is 0. Change Foxy status by 1, and we broadcast animatronic move. Just like that. Few more scripts that we need. So when I receive start game, we set the Foxy counter to 0. I suppose you could just do that here, actually. So put that there. And forever, change Foxy counter by 0.1. And wait 0.1 seconds. Then we need another when I receive start game, and we can say forever if Foxy locked is equal to 1, then we set Foxy counter to 0. So basically what the Foxy locked variable means is in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, if you use a light in the hallway, it basically locks Foxy into place, so he doesn't appear that much if you're using your flashlight a lot, which is why if you run out of battery, your flashlight battery, Foxy will get you. Okay, let's duplicate this. We just need the if and the forever. Okay, so let's say if, actually make this an if else block. So if Foxy status is equal to 1, come here to variables, and we need to grab a replace item 1 of block from the lists. We change the item 1, we change 1 to 2, and change the list to animatronics with hallway. Duplicate that and put it in the else. We replace 2 of animatronics with OA in the else, which is his starting location. Okay, so we've got one more thing we need to do for Foxy. So let's just do that. So we need a when I receive start game again forever. And we don't need an if. So we set Foxy locked to 0. Wait until equals where is that? We should have a variable called hallway light, hopefully. Okay, so it doesn't look like we've actually made this variable yet. So go to the office, and over here, in the else just here, so this code is for Chica, item 1 is Chica. In the else, we need to put an if else, and then an equals, and if item 2 of animatronics equals hallway start sound. We don't have that sound yet, so we're gonna have to upload that. So go to sounds, upload sound, and in FNAF 2 textures, FNAF 2 audio, we're looking for with underscore s2, and we start sound with underscore s2. Broadcast a new message calling it Foxy Office, and then we set animatronic and room to 1. Now we add a bit of delay. We wait, so this gives the player a chance to react. Pick random 7 to 18 seconds, and then we need an if else right underneath that, and we need a greater than sign. So if, and then we need a new variable called light flash counter for this sprite only. So if light flash counter is greater than 5, we set animatronic and room to 0. We set Foxy status to 0, and we switch costume to 0, 0, 0, and in the else we do switch costume to 0, 0, 0. Wait 5 seconds, and we broadcast a new message calling it Foxy jump scare. So the only way this will run is if the player hasn't lit up the flashlight 5 times, and if you want the player to have use the flashlight more than 5 times to get rid of Foxy in this time, you can make this 5 a bigger number. So now we have this broadcast here that we made called Foxy Office. Let's do when I receive Foxy Office. We set the light flash counter to 0. We repeat until animatronic and room is equal to 0. We switch costume to 0, 0, 0. Wait until key space is pressed. We start sound, buzz light. We set the volume to 100%. Now we need a new image, so let's go upload a costume. FNAF 2 textures, Locations. No, so it's in the office. The office inside. Actually, no, hallway, sorry. So I think it's a bit difficult to see, but I'm pretty sure it's 559. Okay, no, 559's Bonnie and Foxy. So it's not 559. 551. Yeah, no, it's Golden Freddy. So 214. Okay. So 214 is the one you want to upload. That has Foxy. Rename it to FO for Foxy. And then here we switch costume to FO. We change the light flash counter by 1. And then we wait until not key space is pressed, so we are not pressing the space key anymore. We set the volume to 0%, and we switch costume to 000. So that should be it for Foxy. I'm gonna quickly test this out. I'm just going to move my variables out of the way. I still want to be able to see some of them just so I can see if everything's working. Okay, so you can see Foxy counter is building up, which is good. No, I don't think anything should happen when it gets to 5. Okay, no, Foxy random is the only thing that should change, which is good. Nothing else is changing because Foxy's AI is set to 0. Oh, yeah, go back to your Foxy AI script. I forgot to finish this. So, yeah, we still didn't make that variable just yet. So in the office, we need to make a new variable. Okay, so just in here, in this script here where we control the lighting of the office with the spacebar, we need to make a new variable which is going to be for all sprites called hallway light. Starting off with, we want to set the hallway light to yeah, 0. And then as soon as we start, we need to set the hallway light just after mask up equals 0. We set the hallway light to 1. And in the else down here, we set the hallway light to back down to 0. So back in Foxy AI now, we can say we wait until hallway light is equal to 1. Then we set Foxy locked to 1. And then we wait until hallway light equals 0. And then we set Foxy locked. No, we don't set Foxy locked back to 0 because it already does that up there. Then we need to wait. Pick random 3 to 16 seconds. Alright. Now let's test this. So hit new game. So I'm gonna go to my Foxy AI script. I'm gonna just drag out a set block. I'm gonna set Foxy's AI to 20, so he has a 100% chance of moving. So something should change. Okay, Foxy's status has been set to 1. So we've specified it here that if it's 1, he's gonna be in the hallway, so he should be there. There he is. Okay. I'm going to flash him a few times. Foxy status is at 3 now, so let's see what happens. So you can see I've flashed him 32 times now on this light flash counter. He hasn't seemed to have left yet, which is interesting. Okay, so it looks like we have an error. It's just because he's just sitting there because we're meant to get jump scared, right? So let's set his AI. Let's wait until his status is 1. I don't know what the delay was there, but... Okay. Okay, so his status is 1, so he's there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our light flash counter is at 6 now, so he should leave in... Yeah, there we go. His status is at 0, and he's gone. So there actually is nothing wrong with that. We were just supposed to get jump scared because we didn't hit the space bar enough when he was there in 7 to 18 seconds at random. So actually everything's fine, so nothing's wrong. So let's create a new sprite called Foxy Jump Scare. And we need some costumes for this one, obviously. So let's go upload. FNAF textures, jump scares, withered Foxy, and just take all of these. So the first costume is actually 401, which for whatever reason is at the very end. So just drag that all the way up. And then the rest of the order is fine. Okay, so when flag is clicked, we want to hide it. Let's also change the position just to -9 on the X and 0. And then when I receive Foxy Jump Scare, we want to set the volume to 100%. We set the size to 150%. So it's just a bit bigger. Go to office, so it's basically always following the wherever the player's looking, because the player can still look around while you're getting jump scared. So, but it's kind of hard to see that if he's following the office. I'm also going to upload a sound. FNAF 2 textures audio. We're looking for X Scream 2, and we start off by saying if camera up is equal to 1, we broadcast camera animation close. If mask up is equal to 1, we broadcast mask animation close, because Foxy is the only animatronic that cannot see through the mask. We start sound X Scream 2, switch costume to the first costume, which is 401. We repeat 13 times. We go to the front layer, next costume, and go to office. Go to office. We set the volume to 0%, and we hide. So if I just run the script, there's our jump scare. And I have my sound off, so that's why I can't hear this thing. And then finally, in this script, we just need to add a broadcast death screen, which we've already made. So now let's test this out. I'm going to go back to my Foxy AI script and hide all these variables which aren't needed. and go back to my office and hide the light flash counter. I'm also going to change this light flash counter is greater than 5 to maybe 7 or 10. Just so you have to press it a few... Actually, no, I'll go back to 7. Just so you have to press it a few more times to avoid Foxy. Let's hit new game. Let's try this out. Actually, hold on. Need to set Foxy's AI to 20, so when the game loads. There we go, it's at 20 now, so we should start moving. We just need to wait. Let's have a look on cams. Not seeing him in there. Well, you can't see Foxy on cams. You sometimes can see him in here. He's probably in the hallway. Yeah, there he is. So what was it, 7 times? That's probably more than 7. So I'm like playing the game. Just playing the game normally. That's an interesting issue. Not a big deal though. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, we got jump scared. So I'm assuming what happened there was, because his AI is at 20, I did scare him off the first time, but he just came back immediately after. So yeah, that's working. So in the next episode, we're going to be taking a look at Withered Freddy's AI. Similar to Chica's AI, actually. So yeah, so if you have enjoyed this episode, hit the like button and subscribe so you do not miss episode 15. We are probably about halfway through the series now. We've basically only got AI to go. All the animatronics, then we're finished. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.